welcome, a warm welcome inside the Lake Placid Olympic Center, the 1980 rink, the site of the Miracle on Ice. I'm Gus Garvey. I'll have your play-by-play here this evening for this game between Northwood's varsity team and Bishop Timon. Now, one of the things to watch out for this game, Northwood, at least the varsity team, this is their first game really back at full strength since before Thanksgiving. They've been dealing with injuries on both the prep and the varsity team, and because of that, the varsity team in particular has lost a lot of players over the past month, either due to call-ups or injury, and this is really their first game back at full strength. We'll see how everything clicks. Some notable returns to the lineup since last time the varsity team played: Gunnar Gleesman, Hayden Newman, Trey Zarin, the first two out with injury. The first two up on the prep team, Zarin out with injury, and one of the other Huskies returning from his call-up to prep, Drew Donatello, who will not be in net today. It will instead be Cash Lawrence, who got a lot of reps while Donatello was up on prep, getting the nod in net tonight. So here we go. It'll be 3 17-minute periods. Top line out there for the Huskies, Sheldon Cassidy, there to take the face-off, and we're underway. And right away, this is taken in by Timon into the corner. And now right to the front of the net. That one got blocked. Looked like Connolly, who was back there. Now that one worked out to the point. Now Timon will regroup, pressuring as Will Dallaire forces a turnover. This is Cassidy moving up with it and shooting. That got blocked. And now it's skated along the far side by Matthew Holst, who gets taken down. And now the puck is sent down the other way by the Huskies. There will be no icing as it's picked up by Shane Smith for Timon. This is now sent ahead. A little drop pass here to Matthew Holst. He'll work it into the corner. Holst pressured there by White. Works it down low. Possession maintained down low by the Bishop Timon Tigers. Worked right out in front, and a loose puck cleared out of harm's way by Reed Facette, one of the captains of this varsity team, announced over the break. Now it's taken by Matthew White. Played up ahead. That pass misses Kravchuk, but actually they are going to call an icing. It sounded from up here like it may have hit something on the way through, but icing's the call, and we'll get a face-off back in the Husky end. As I mentioned, Reed Facette, one of the new captains of this varsity team. The other two appointed, another captain, Jackson Barbieri, playing defense, has the puck right now. He'll send it around the boards to Victor Cutting, that was Graydon Smith, who tried to get it to Erickson. And now skated the other way by the Tigers. Good job there by White to create a tie-up along those far boards, and now Drew Barbieri will send it up ahead. This is skated around by Jack Nolan. Around the boards, Landon Butero. And now Pete Moore for the Huskies. Moore shoots, and that one goes high over the head of Jacob Crampton, who's getting the nod for the Tigers in goal this evening. Turned over to Moore again. He'll skate it through center and work it into the offensive end. This is Moore trying to get around Holst, who was defending him, but unable to do so. Made a pretty good effort at it, though. Holst behind his own net. He'll start up with it. Skates out of his own end. Works it up ahead. Gains the zone. Rest of his team changes. Holst shoots that one off the outside of the post. That was Zarin trying to get it to Campion. It goes off his stick and ends up as an icing. So a couple minutes and change gone by in this first period. Bit of a slow start, but again, it's only been about 2.5 minutes. This is Trey Zarin to take the face-off in his first action, at least at home, since his partial MCL tear right before Thanksgiving. This is sent up the boards and taken by the Tigers at center ice and sent ahead into the Husky zone. Jackson Barbieri to McLeod. He'll clear it out of the zone. Shane Smith out of his own end. This one is worked up ahead, taken by Jackson Barbieri. He'll get around two, and he'll try to work it ahead for Gleesman, but that pass picked off and skated the other way by Shane Smith. He'll gain the zone and drop it off right to the side, and looked like Lawrence was able to get across and make the stop, but he knocked off the net in the process, so there'll be a face-off coming up in the Husky end. First quality opportunity for either team, really, here in this first period. Looked like that was Cohen Springer who got in there. And now Cassidy will move it the other way. Sheldon Cassidy up ahead. He's pressured by Tommy Bell, one of the two freshmen on this Tiger team, along with number 26, Gavin Krug. This is sent into the Husky end and sent around the boards. It's cleared out by Gunnar Gleesman, and now skating after it is Dallaire. Huskies could have a 2-on-1 as Dallaire is taken down and caroms into the net. And play's gonna stop here as they'll sort out whatever ramifications this may have. Good to see that both Dallaire and the goaltender Crampton are okay there on that collision as he went barreling feet first into the net after getting tripped up. Face-off will come outside the Timon end. Facette ties up, comes down into the Husky end. Sent along. This is Facette working it through center. Got Kravchuk going in with him. Facette moves it around. That was Przwozny fanning on it and sending it ahead, and this is taken now by Matthew White. He'll move it ahead along that far side, gains the zone. Tries to cut in and gets taken down by a couple Tiger defensemen who were converging, and now that puck is cleared. Drew Barbieri will send it cross ice. Jack Spiegel, who was named alternate captain over break. Now the puck turned over in front and sent just wide by Vincent Lugori. Puck poked away to the far side. Kravchuk will send it across for Spiegel, who shoots in. 5 minutes played in the opening period, scoreless from the Olympic Center. Tigers trying to get out of their own end. They send it down the ice, but to the wrong color sweater. Drew Tulloch to Victor Cutting. Now up ahead for CJ Erickson. Cutting will try to send it up ahead for Braden Smith. That pass picked off and skated the other way. And now moving in and a shot, and a good save by Lawrence as he went down to deny Cohen Springer. Now it's taken the other way. Huskies could have a 3-on-1 if they hustle, but Braden Smith chooses to instead send it cross ice and deep. And now it's taken the other way by the Tigers. This is Daniel Martinek trying to center. That pass picked off by Pete Moore. He will try to skate it the other way. Moore will gain the zone and shoot, and a save made by Crampton, and he will hang on. With 5 minutes and 46 seconds gone by in the opening period in a scoreless hockey game. First shot on goal for the Huskies this evening was on that dump in. Definitely a bit of a slow start, but almost nothing to show for it on the other side either. No response. Zarin battling in that face-off circle, but unable to win that face-off. It comes around, but it's turned over to Jackson Barbieri. He tries to move up ahead and got a shot off, almost. Barbieri loses his stick as he battles in the corner. It's sent around the boards. Zarin controls in the offensive zone for Northwood. Here's a long shot, a save, and a rebound. gets chipped up and over top of the net. Looked like that was Campione who had a crack at it right in front. Now the Tigers will break out. This is Springer, leaving it there. Cross corner dump from Matthew Sands, and now it's taken by Northwood again. Backhanded ahead. Lawrence will play it or not. We'll just get the face-off. 6 minutes, 33 seconds gone by. First period, no score. Both teams make full line changes, and we are just about ready to get back underway. Earlier in the game, we mentioned the new captains announced for this varsity team. Reed Facette, one of them, Jackson Barbieri. The other one, alternate captain, is Jack Spiegel. All three of them seniors, and all three of them important components of this Husky team, and deserving of such an honor. Now this is worked ahead by, looked like that was Shane Smith, sent around the boards. Tigers trying to control in the Husky end, and now it's taken away. Will Dallaire will flip it up ahead, and now Cassidy will shoot it ahead. That one steered wide, and dangerous opportunity there as Crampton had to steer that thing away from Will Dallaire, who was barreling in. Here's a long shot that is going to be covered up by Lawrence after it looked like he might have had a tough time figuring out where that was. And we'll get a stoppage with 9:45 to go in this first period here in a scoreless hockey game. Facette able to win the faceoff, but it's knocked down before it left the zone. That was Jack Nolan who made the good play at the line, but now the Huskies regain possession. This is Kravchuk. Good pass across to Victor Cutting, who shoots in. Around the boards it goes. Chipped along. Spiegel will try to move it. Nolan off the boards and ahead. Past Tulloch. Now Cutting will go into play, and Victor Cutting will send it around the boards. This is Tulloch moving it around and being jostled off the puck there. It comes along the boards, and there's a hit from Spiegel as he went in and leveled William Hardy. Near side corner in the Tiger end, and we're gonna have a penalty called here, and this is gonna be against Bishop Timon, and it's gonna be Vincent Lugori going off for what the referees are signaling as a hook. And so we'll get our first special teams action of the evening with a power play for the Huskies. .8:52 to go, first period. Gleesman wins the faceoff on the power play. This is Barbieri trying to send it across for Connolly, who had a tough time keeping that one in, so the Huskies will regroup. That pass batted up in the air and now controlled by Matthew Sands for the Tigers. Sent cross corner. Jackson Barbieri back for it. Pressured there. Moves it up ahead nonetheless and gains the zone. Barbieri leaves it for Cassidy. Cassidy to the point. Long shot by Connolly is gloved and held by Jacob Crampton. Good job on him, tracking that thing from downtown and snaring it for a face-off with $1:30 to go on this Husky power play. Dallaire tried to poke it back to the point, but it's going to go all the way down, and it's taken by Connolly from behind his own net. Connolly moves it up ahead for Gleesman. Huskies gain the zone. Gleesman a drop pass to absolutely no one, and that thing's going to get cleared and stopped by Lawrence. Looked like maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. Now Gleesman has it back, tries to dangle around a man, but unable to do so, and now Jackson Barbieri controls in the neutral zone. Pressured there by Josh Seiler. He'll send it up ahead. Sheldon Cassidy takes a big hit, and now he's going to head off as he got rocked by Matthew Holst, who looked to do the same there to Grattan Smith, but could not. Now Victor Cutting turned the puck over and it's cleared. 30 seconds to go on this opening power play for the Huskies. Pete Moore trying to get it cross ice. That pass deflected and then sent the other way by Holst, who has been all over the place here to start this penalty kill for the Tigers. That pass is knocked down unawares by Grattan Smith and sent back into the Husky end. Lawrence out of his net to play it. Victor Cutting with the puck. Cutting will move it. Erickson for Pete Moore. He'll move it in. Now Jack Nolan sends it around. Holst with the puck for Nolan. That pass deflects down into the Husky end. There will be no icing. Drew Barbieri back to get it. He'll send it up ahead, and a bit of a mishandle there. Campione tried to send it ahead and got rocked. Certainly a theme for the Huskies trying to break into the Tiger end in the last couple of minutes. Zarin and Campione in there battling now. It's taken the other way and sent across by Springer, but unable to connect with his intended target. And so the Huskies regain control. This is Campion skating it through center. Lucas Campion moves it ahead. And now it's moved by Matthew Holst. Gets around Drew Barbieri into the corner. Holst works it. They battle for it there in the near side corner in the Husky end. Oh, and a takedown behind the play there on Campion, who's been on the rough end of it for the last couple minutes. Meanwhile, it's cleared down the ice, and the Tigers will start from their own end. Good pressure by McLeod. Trying to jam up the operation back there. Good forecheck. And now Gunnar Gleesman motors along the near side. Gleesman able to work it into the corner, and now it's taken by Cassidy. Sheldon Cassidy works it along for Dallaire. Dallaire up top for Connolly, who shoots, and that one got partially blocked. And then it's taken the other way into the Husky end. Dallaire will leave it for Cassidy. Sheldon Cassidy had the puck taken away from him by Stanczewski. And now it's sent up ahead for a shot, and a save made by Lawrence on Vincent Lugori. And now the Huskies will get their turn on the penalty kill, as looks like that'll be Jackson Barbieri being sent off for a slash. 4:33 to go in the opening period, and a power play coming up for Bishop Timon. Bishop Timon, rather. My apologies. Controlled in the Husky end. Dropped down low. Matt White. There's a battle for it there as it's poked along to Springer, and now out to the point. Worked across. Przewozny. Long shot goes wide. And now it's cleared out by Matt White. Good job getting on that by the Huskies. This one is dropped off for Przewozny. He'll skate it the other way. Przewozny works it free. Przewozny loops, circles. Still with the puck. Still gaining the zone. Now sends it right out in front, and a backhander, and that one went just wide. I don't know how that one didn't go in. Looked like that was gonna end up in the back of the net. That was Ian Waslewski who had it right out in front, and looked like it hit a couple things in front, including Lawrence's stick, before bouncing just wide. And so we remained scoreless, but certainly a close call. Best opportunity for the Tigers so far this evening here on this power play, which has 1:05 left on it. This is cleared down the ice. Skating after it is Dallaire. Will Dallaire's going to get there first and shoot, and he missed the net. boy, oh boy, how about that for a shorthanded opportunity for the Huskies, but unable to capitalize. This is sent around the boards by Victor Cutting and out of the zone, and Delaire's going to skate after this again. Will Delaire gets there again. Delaire across to Cassidy, goes off his stick or off his skate rather, and then a kick saved by Crampton as he just barely got a piece of it, almost over pursued on that. So that could have been interesting. Crampton got across to where the puck would have been if Cassidy had got that thing clean, but instead it went off his skate, and Crampton had to almost do a double take and reach out with his leg to keep that thing from going in the back of the net. This is taken by Grattan Smith, who tries to dangle around Holst and gets leveled in the process. Holst certainly trying to set a physical edge here in this first period, under 3 minutes to play. Moore tried to poke it away. Now it's Cohen Springer with the puck. Power play over. Springer moves it ahead. Works it around Connolly. Springer looks. Tries to center it. That one picked off by Grattan Smith. Taken the other way by Jackson Barbieri. He'll move it ahead. Barbieri trying to work around Holst and gets demolished into the corner and holding his head there as he went down, and hopefully he's okay. Now Barbieri and Holst go into the corner again. Holst got wrestled almost to the ice there by Barbieri, who got rocked by him on that previous play, and now a long shot by Spiegel gets steered into the corner. Spiegel takes down Jack Nolan from behind. And now Kravchuk goes into the corner, knocks him down. This one sent all the way down. It'll be an icing with 1:38 to go in the first period. So $1:38 to go in the first period. Offensive zone draw for the Huskies. Reed Facette to take it. Tie up. Controlled by Bishop Timon. And now taken by Reed Facette. Facette trying to center. That one got blocked, and it's sent out to the point. Long shot by Cutting goes just wide. And now Shane Smith trying to work it up ahead. Bolera on the puck, pressured there by Facette. This one sent up ahead and now taken by Smith. Shane Smith moves it ahead. Butera trying to center it, and a good job there by the Huskies, able to converge and prevent that opportunity from converting. This one is sent out of play. 54 seconds to go in this first period. Scoreless in what has been a pretty slow start to this game so far from both sides. So this has been a game in which the best opportunities for the Huskies have been on the penalty kill. Got a couple 2-on-1s with, thanks to the hustle of Will Delaire, but unable to convert on either of them. Combination of bad luck and looks like just rust so far, as this has been a bit of a sleepy start for the Huskies to start the new year, coming off their holiday break. Gleesman trying to center it ahead. Now it's taken by Jackson Barbieri. He'll backhand it in. Under 30 seconds to play in the first period. Holst sends it up the ice. Perwazny moves it in. Stays with the puck. Tries to dangle around. Reed Facette could not. Jackson Barbieri could not do it. And the puck almost a prime opportunity given away to Matthew Sands, but puck is taken the other way by Connolly, able to get it down there, and a shot by Delaire, and a pad save made by Crampton, and that will do it for the first period. And so it looks like we'll get a brief timeout, and then the second period will begin right after that. We'll be right back. Shots on goal after 1, 6-4 in favor of the Huskies. The score, all zeros. We'll be back for the second period in just a moment. So, back now for the second period, about to get underway. Here we go. Taken by the Tigers and controlled. This is Holst. Moving it up ahead. Holst will send it cross ice. This is moved up ahead and getting jostled off the puck there. It looked like was C.J. Erickson. Now Pete Moore battling in the corner. This puck comes right out in front and a dangerous opportunity there. Looked like that was Jackson Barbieri who got in there and broke it up. And now that attempt to get it out to the point went way beyond its intended target and back into the Timon end. As they try to get it out of their own end. Jackson Barbieri knocks down Holst at center. Definitely want to watch that, as that's been a kind of an ongoing feud ever since about 5 minutes left in the first period when Holst took down Barbieri on a dangerous-looking collision into the corner. Oh, and Dallaire gets rocked by Holst as he goes into the corner. Oh my goodness. He basically got flipped over by Holst as as the two went into the corner. Holst has been dishing it out quite a bit. Definitely setting a physical edge. Now it's Kravchuk attempting to break in, and he's forced off the puck there. Now it's moved ahead by Sheldon Cassidy. He'll work it in and shoot, and that one deflects into the corner. Cutting. Terrible. Oh, and it's going to be offsides. Got lucky there. That was a pass that really shouldn't have been where it was. It was a duck that got, fortunately, just past the blue line before it was intercepted, and for that reason, nothing bad came of it, but definitely a close call for the Huskies. Now it's Roman Kravchuk working it back. Kravchuk. Now Reed Facette will move it ahead. Facette plays it. Holtz gets jostled there by Kravchuk. Now Holtz will move it ahead. Holtz will now shoot, and a save made by Lawrence. So Holst playing up on this top line for the Tigers. Definitely setting a physical tone here in the early part of this game. He's been a part of a couple pretty dangerous-looking collisions, first to Barbieri and then to Will Dallaire earlier in the period. Cutting comes in to try to jostle that puck free on the far side. Played along. Victor Cutting will move it along, and now it's taken by Tulloch, and now touched along for Graydon Smith, who moves it ahead, and it's Graydon Smith getting around the hit of Holst, who's been really laying it on here in the first two periods. This is moved ahead by Cutting. Now Holst trying to move it through center, forced off the puck by Graydon Smith, and now Erickson works it ahead. Huskies should have a 2-on-1. Erickson able to dangle around Benjamin Berhalter, but unable to really make anything of it. Now Erickson takes down a man right in front of the net. Looked like that was Vincent Lugori. Now that puck sent into the Tiger end, Tiger end, and now worked around and taken the other way. Pass through center, deflects into the Tiger bench, and so we'll get a stoppage. 13:25 to go in the second period in a scoreless hockey game. Here's a face-off won by the Tigers. This is Smith sending it across. Up ahead for Josh Seiler. Battle there on that far side as Campione able to poke it ahead. Campione is there. He's forced off the puck and then knocked down. And now it's Matthew White trying to play it out of his own end. White up ahead. Drew Barbieri will touch it along for Cassidy. Now Zarin. Zarin trying to work it in. Got triple team there and then forced off the puck, and now sent over to the far side where it's carried by Barrett Cerrone. Here's a pass down the middle for Wasilewski, who shoots in a good block there by Drew Barbieri. Now the puck turned over right in front of the backhander by Przewozny. Went over top of the net. That puck is caught up on the side of the net, and a whistle here, and it's getting a little chippy down there as there's some jostling and shoving going on to the left of the goaltender Lawrence. Refs issuing warnings, and we'll get a face-off here with 12:15 to go in the second period. This one picked up by Dallaire and skated out. Will Dallaire moves it ahead. Oh, gets hit by Holtz, but didn't go down as he did last time. And now it's going to be a penalty here, and it's going to be Holst who's finally going to pay the price for what he's been up to in the last few minutes. He's going to get sent off, and the call's going to be an elbow. So 12:05 to go in the second period. Huskies about to head on the power play after the elbowing call on Matthew Holst, who's been doing a lot more than elbowing in the last few minutes. Now it's taken by Connolly. Connolly will send it across. Jackson Barbieri back over to Connolly. Connolly surveys and shoots, and that one is stopped by Crampton with Sheldon Cassidy setting up a screen there. And that takes 13 seconds off the power play time, down to a minute 47. Matthew Holst in the penalty box, controlled by Connolly. Liam Connolly got it over. Jackson Barbieri to Connolly, trying to get it cross ice and able to get it to Dallaire, but not that cleanly. Dallaire surveys and shoots. Oh, that one deflected right in front of the net. Looked like Cassidy may have got a piece of it unintentionally. Now Gleesman lost it for a moment, but able to keep it in. Now it comes to Barbieri, tried to get it across for Connolly, but that pass hit his skates, and it deflects out of the zone, down to a minute 15 to go on the power play. This is turned over, and they score! It was Matthew Sains got down there, intercepted a pass off what looked like a miscommunication by the Huskies coming into their own end. And Bishop Timon has struck short-handed for the opening goal. So a bad turnover right in front of the net, and the Huskies pay the price for it. It's 1-0 Tigers. Now it's Cutting trying to move it ahead. Taken by Nolan. He'll try to move it. Now C.J. Erickson sends it across. Victor Cutting. That pass off a skate, turned over again. This is skated ahead by Waslewski, who shoots, and his glove saved by Lawrence. But what you're seeing right now, pretty uncharacteristic, just not very sharp from this Varsity team. Of course, coming off break, a long stretch where they haven't been playing, there's definitely going to be some kinks that need to be ironed out. And I think we're starting to see that a little. Dallaire moves it ahead. Huskies will set up for the power play with 35 seconds left on the man advantage. Dallaire up top. Jackson Barbieri. Long shot gets deflected in front by Cassidy, and it goes wide. Now Gunnar Gleesman to Dallaire. Who's calling to try to get a one-timer off, but that pass gets through everybody and goes down for Jackson Barbieri, who will get it back over for Connolly. Connolly moves it ahead. Will Dallaire gains the zone, drops it off for Connolly. Connolly to Gleesman, coming right down the middle and forced off the puck there at the last minute. Penalty is over. Cassidy down low. Jackson Barbieri, nifty little move there. Got it to Cassidy, sends it across for Connolly. Connolly shoots it, a glove save made there by Crampton, again able to track that thing through a lot of traffic and snare it to stop play with 9:53 to go in the second period. We are now back to even strength. Here's Zarin. The little physicality there in the corner. Now, good job by Drew Barbieri. Drew Barbieri, that is, able to clear it out. Tigers controlling their own end. McLeod forechecking. Here's a cross-ice pass now for Matthew Sands, who tries to send it ahead. That one gets picked off by Matt White. And now Springer out to the point. Sent across by Cerrone. Through traffic, that one caught a piece of Lawrence and went wide. McLeod trying to clear it. I don't think they got it out of the zone, and now it's taken back ahead. And behind the Husky net it goes, and this is Springer controlling back there. And now right out in front, a loose puck covered by Lawrence. And we'll get a stoppage, 8:51 to go in the second period, and we're going to get coincidental minors assessed here. It'll be Drew Barbieri and Cohen Springer getting sent off for the respective sides, and figure out how exactly they're going to play this. Referees issuing refs are issuing a couple warnings to the benches, some complaints from the Tigers bench, and the signal is that it will be 5-on-5 for now, given the element of chippiness that has started to arise in this game as it enters its middle stage here. So 8:51 to go in the second period. Looks like there are now two Tigers in the box. Can't really tell who that second guy is, but just assuming he was in some way involved in the scuffle that sent the first two off. Jackson Barbieri will send it cross ice for Erickson. Erickson tried to clear it out. That one went off a skate. And now Reed Facette will try to move it ahead. Facette trying to get it to Spiegel. Now Facette regains control. Skates it the other way. Gets it to Spiegel. Jack Spiegel trying to move around that Tiger defense and unable to get it by anybody. And it's cleared. Kravchuk moving it ahead. Connolly will throw it towards the net. And that one is going to deflect just wide into the corner there. Facette and Spiegel on that far side jamming away at it. Out to the corner. Jackson Barbieri got it across for Connolly. Winds up and shoots, and a save made by Crampton. And that was Spiegel getting jostled a little after the play was over. Referees deciding not to fill up the Timon box too much and not going to call anything on that. 7:50 to go in the second period in a 1-0 hockey game. Matthew Sands, who has the lone goal on the shorthanded opportunity for the Tigers. He'll shoot in. This is sent around the board. C.J. Erickson controls for the Huskies. Erickson sends it up ahead. Kyle Graddon-Smith gains his own with Pete Moore. Moore now has the puck and tries to center. It's loose right out in front. Graddon-Smith takes it and scores! That puck was kicking around in the crease area for a while. Graddon-Smith found it and buried it. And he ties this game at 1, and that was much needed in a sense to wake the Huskies up here and even this thing up. So the Huskies tie the game at 1. Kyle Graddon-Smith with the goal on a bit of a scramble play there, and now taken back by Matthew White, sent ahead in a now tie game. Jackson Barbieri with the puck. Shoots. Oh, that was loose down there for a minute. Cassidy looked like he had a crack at it, but unable to do anything. This is sent around the boards. Clock dips under 7 minutes to play in the second period. Gleesman tried to knock that down out of the air. Eventually goes all the way down, and White will get it to Gleesman, who sends it up ahead for Barbieri. There's nobody on him as he gains the zone. Jackson Barbieri now gets it out in a long shot by Gleesman. Goes over the top. Apologies there, if anybody heard that. This one bounced in almost on net and looked like Cassidy could have had a crack at it. Now Holst moves it up ahead. Gains the zone. Holst tried to cut it in on Lawrence, and Lawrence a good job shutting that one down and hugging that right post in order to make the save. Shane Smith out of his own end. Here's a shot that gets blocked by Cutting. That was off the stick of Martinick. Daniel Martinick pressured by Jackson Barbieri behind the net. This is Preswozny, And now Trey Zarin will play it out of his own end. Zarin will move it ahead. This is sent all the way ahead, and it will be an icing. 5:32 to go in the second period, and a face-off coming up in the Tiger end. Shots on goal, 13-9 in favor of the Huskies. This is a tie game at 1. Goals from Matthew Sands and Kyle Graddon-Smith for the Tigers and Huskies, respectively. Spiegel in his own end controls. Sends it out of the zone, but to the wrong team. Lazzaroni with the puck. Here's a shot from Matthew Sands that went off his own guy And now Kravchuk couldn't find the puck, and now it's taken back for Victor Cutting. Now Spiegel trying to backhand it ahead. And now it's moved ahead by Drew Tulloch, and that will be an icing. 4:49 to go in the second period. 1-1 hockey game. Here from the Olympic Center on a Saturday evening. This one poked free, sent in by Holtz. Dallaire will drop it off for Sheldon Cassidy, who moves it ahead. Cassidy working against Holtz. And now Gleasman down there with the puck. Gunnar Gleasman able to move it along. Gleasman tried to center it for Dallaire, and now it's taken by Jackson Barbieri, who got it to the front of the net, but nobody on the receiving end to tap that thing home. All the way across. Jackson Barbieri will send it around the boards. Moved up ahead. This is Stanczewski shooting in, and it's played by Lawrence and able to get it to Connolly, but Connolly forced off the puck there. Controlled by the Tigers. Out of the zone as Dallaire able to make a good play on Cameron Przewozny. Maintains control, gets knocked down, able to dish it along to Cohen Springer, who got it towards the front of the net. Had Josh Seiler breaking, but unable to connect with him, at least cleanly. Out to the point, here's a long shot by Holst that goes wide. And now another shot looked like it, or sounded like it, caught a piece of the glove of Lawrence and then went over top of the net. Now Springer with the puck. Springer to the front and trying to pull off a bit of an elaborate passing play there, no chance. And now it comes out to the point. Lawrence is down. Here's a shot from Holst that goes wide of the net. Long shot is stopped by Lawrence, but they're going to call a penalty here, and it is going to be against Timon. And it looks like this will be Cohen Springer headed off once again. So another power play coming up for the Huskies with 3:05 to go in the second period. By the looks of it, we will get an ice cut after the second period, so both teams will have a chance to hammer things out in the locker rooms and figure out what they want to do for the third period. So huge power play coming up here for the Huskies to try and double their lead just before intermission. And this will be Pete Moore taking the face-off. He's got Kravchuk lined up to his left. Braden Smith lined up to his right. C.J. Erickson at the blue line, and a bit of a delay here. And Bishop Timon complaining about a fringe penalty, which is ironic because one of their players has been just going around getting involved in dirty hits all over the place, or dangerous hits, I should say. Dangerous looking. Dirty intent or not. Huskies on a power play here. Comes back, here's a long shot. Oh, it gets behind! Gets behind the goaltender, Crampton, and it goes into the corner. Oh, almost on the shot from Cutting that somehow squeaked through. Cutting again, shoots, save, rebound is there, it's still loose, they score! Pete Moore able to corral the loose puck and poke it home. It's a power play goal, and the Huskies lead 2-1. So another goal for the Huskies off another wild sequence in front of the net, and it's Pete Moore who jams it home and puts the Huskies on top for the first time in 2024. Here's a long shot, blocker to side by Lawrence. Oh, and a dangerous collision there into the corner, as that looked like it looks like that was Cameron Przewozny who went into the corner and was a bit slow to get up there. Referees will blow it dead for him, and Przewozny will stay on, it looks like. Two minutes, 19 seconds to go. There's a hit from Drew Barbieri, and it's going to get called for a penalty, and he's going to get sent off. Drew Barbieri with a hit along the near side on Josh Seiler. It's going to get called. Puck was nowhere near the play, and it'll be the Tigers heading on the power play now. Here in a 2-1 hockey game. This is Holst at the point. Down low for Springer. The two will play catch. Springer trying to work it down low. Comes over to the other side. Przewozny up top for Holst. Holst to Springer. Tigers set up. Sands. Springer. Springer. Down low. Nets off. Whistle blown. And a bit of a late shot there from Holst, who has been contentious, to say the least, in this game. Springer and Dallaire on the faceoff. Springer with a clean faceoff win. Holst at the point with it. Holst shoots. That got blocked by Jackson Barbieri. It pops high in the air, controlled by the Huskies and cleared out by Will Dallaire. Przewozny skating it through center, gaining the zone. $1:20 to go in the second period. Loose puck corralled by Dallaire and cleared but not out. Now Springer with the puck. Cohen Springer got it to Holst. Matthew Holst gets it across, and a shot and a save by Lawrence on Cameron Przewozny. So 1:06 to go in the second period. The Huskies with a 2-1 lead on goals by Kyle Graden-Smith and Pete Moore. But still 58 seconds to go on a penalty they've got to kill off. That was committed by Drew Barbieri. Springer got it down low. It comes back to Springer in front of the net, but missed over top of the net. Now it comes out in front. Springer again, and a good save made by Lawrence. .1 to go in the second period. Comes out to the point. Now across. Oh, and Holst lost it. Has to skate back for it with Pete Moore pressuring. Holst against Pete Moore. Holst moves it in. Works it along. Holst. Cross ice. Springer. 12 seconds. Holst down low, in front. Oh, and that one went just wide, and it's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be, looks like Przewozny who's going to get sent off, and 16.1 seconds to go in the second period, and in all likelihood this will end up with the Huskies coming out of intermission on the power play. So it'll be Przewozny not heading off. So I guess they're not going to call anything here. It looked like something got called on the far side from the way the refs were talking. looked like they were signaling for Przewozny to go to the box. Instead, looks like it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Cash Lawrence. And instead of the Huskies coming out of the break with a power play, it'll be a 5-on-3 for the next 7 seconds for the Tigers, followed by their power play. And now right in front, they score right away! This was Ian Wasilewski on a tic-tac-toe play right in front, and the Tigers capitalize immediately on the 5-on-3 and tie the game up. So 12.7 seconds to go. Still a minute 57 of 5-on-4 time on what appears to be an unsportsmanlike penalty against Cash Lawrence, the goaltender. Now Holst will move it ahead. Holst across, a one-timer, score! It's Wasilewski again on a one-timer from the slot. It gets through the 5-hole of Lawrence. And in about 12 seconds, the Tigers have gone from being down 1 to up 1. They've scored 2 in that time frame, both on the power play, both by the same guy. And it's 3-2 with a second to go in the second period. So how about that for a turn of events? So instead of a 2-1 lead going to the break, as we all thought it would be with about 15 seconds to go in that second period, it'll instead be the Tigers going to the locker room with the lead. 3-2 after 2 on a wild sequence to end that period. And still a minute 44 of power play time left to go in the second period. And you see the goaltender, Drew Donatello, over there on the other side, the backup goaltender, at least for this evening, trying to figure out with the refs what on earth Cash Lawrence was called for. And so that'll do it for the second period. We're going to get an ice cut here. For now, we'll step aside. We'll be back for the third period after this break. So here we go, third period about to get underway. Huskies in a 3-2 hole, trying to claw their way back into it. We are underway. Controlled by the Huskies. Connolly got it to Jackson Barbieri. Barbieri able to poke it along. Will Dallaire with the puck. Now Sheldon Cassidy. He'll move it ahead. Cassidy from a long way out. Got it on goal. Matthew Sands with the puck now. Off the boards and out. That'll be an icing as Jackson Barbieri skates back for it with 44 seconds gone by in the third period. 3-2 hockey game. At 1.21 Northwood, and then 2 goals in 12 seconds to close out the period by the Tigers, both on the power play. And for anybody that was paying attention to the thing I said at the end of the second period about the Tigers coming out with a minute 44 of power play time, my apologies, they hadn't updated the scoreboard yet, so I thought there might have been some other call that had happened, and now it's Jack Spiegel moving it ahead. He'll try to shoot. That got blocked. Now Roman Kravchuk got it to Spiegel, gets a backhander off and a save, and the rebound goes into the corner. Down the ice it goes. It's Drew Barbieri back there for it. Barbieri sending it all the way up the ice. Roman Kravchuk down there to get it. Kravchuk chips it ahead. Holst. Now up ahead. Lawrence there to stop it. Oh, and a heavy hit by Drew Barbieri. As that puck left the Northwood end, it looked like that was Kyle Stanczewski who got rocked on that far side. Now Holst back there with the puck. Holst will fire it up ahead. And that'll be an icing and a face-off coming up in the Tiger end. That puck gets by everybody and could be an opportunity. This is Stanczewski moving it the other way and chipping it ahead. Huskies able to regain control in their own end, however. Oh, a turnover, a near turnover from Graydon Smith as he mishandled the puck, and now Huskies will work out of their own end. Cutting with the puck. Graydon Smith couldn't handle it. Sent back into the Husky end. Cross-ice pass to Flex, comes right to Graydon Smith. Graydon Smith to Pete Moore. He'll try to send it ahead. Now it's taken by Holst. Now moved ahead by Springer. Cohen Springer shoots and scores! 4-2. 4-2 Tigers as Cohen Springer, with his second of the game, able to bury it. I'm sorry, that's not his second, that's his first. My apologies, but he buries it to give the Tigers a 4-2 lead, and Huskies find themselves in an even deeper hole to dig themselves out of. Jackson Barbieri will move and dish it along, and now it's taken the other way. Campione will move it ahead. Working against Tommy Bell. Campione trying to free that puck up, and it leaves the zone. Sent ahead by Connolly. Now McLeod able to jump on that loose puck and just doubles it back to no man's land, and good back check by Jackson Barbieri to prevent that from being a real dangerous opportunity. And now a centering pass is blocked by Connolly. And now towards the front, that one batted away by an ever-vigilant Barbieri. And now that one cleared. Barrett Cerrone with the puck. Here's a shot from a tough angle by Dallaire. That one was shut down by Crampton. And now that one deflected out of the zone. This is Drew Barbieri working it back up ahead for Will Dallaire. Dallaire gains the zone, trying to center it. That pass got blocked, and it goes out of the zone. Gleesman ran into Cameron Przewozny, and looks like that'll be an icing. 12:30 to go in the third period. A 4-2 Tiger lead off that goal by Cohen Springer to double their lead, and they'll get a face-off in the offensive zone coming up here. Face-off controlled by the Huskies. This is White sending it around the boards. Now Dallaire tried to poke it ahead. Dallaire able to get on that puck, and now taken away by the Tigers. This is Przewozny moving it in. Przewozny shoots it, a save by Lawrence. Good job shutting the door there. Now White able to move it out of the zone. All the way down for Shane Smith. Smith with the puck. Moves it up ahead. Przewozny unable to handle that. It goes down to Drew Barbieri. He'll play it out of his own end, but he turned it over almost to Ian Wasilewski. Already has 2 goals this evening. And now it's Will Dallaire moving it into the corner. Dallaire forced off the puck there. And a turnover. Jack Spiegel tried to get it back to Dallaire. That pass off the mark. Now Vincent Lugori. That'll be an icing against the Tigers, and the faceoff will come in their end. 11:16 to go in the third period, and a 4-2 Tiger lead despite being outshot. 19-17 the totals in favor of the Huskies. They find themselves in a 4-2 hole. 11:16 to go in the third period. Plenty of time. Tigers will work themselves out. Victor Cutting to Spiegel. He'll move it ahead. This one goes cross ice. And down it goes. This is Holst moving it ahead. Holst circles, tried to center. That one got blocked and ended up going all the way out of the zone. And danger there as Facette was back forechecking and almost able to free that puck up. Now it comes ahead for Vincenzo Fidel. He's touching the puck for the first time this evening. Holst moves it across. Martinek got it back. Martinek able to get it all the way across, and now it's skated ahead and lofted in and all the way down, and Victor Cutting in there to get it. Cutting sends it off the boards and out, and maybe all the way out, but not quite. It's controlled by Shane Smith. Smith with the puck. One of the alternate captains on this Tiger team. Smith moving it. Got it over. Martinek will move it ahead. Lawrence came out of his net briefly. And now it's moved ahead, and they're still battling for it down there on the Husky end, but Braden Smith able to come away with the puck. And now it's Pete Moore moving it cross ice. Moore across to Erickson, who shoots, and a save made by Crampton. And his whistle with 9:34 to go in this third period. It is 4-2 Tigers. Shots on goal 20-17 in favor of the Huskies. 9:34 to go. Offensive zone draw coming up for Northwood. Sent around the boards. Nudged free. Controlled by Bishop Timon, and now moved ahead. This is Wozny moving in, and a diving save by Lawrence as he sprawled to deny him. Maybe the best save for him so far tonight. Cerrone tried to move it out. Now Campione able to work it ahead for Zarin. Zarin, cross ice, and a shot, and a save made on the shot from Justin McLeod by Jacob Crampton. So the fourth line putting in some work there. Zarin, a nice cross ice pass, and McLeod almost able to bury what would have been a huge goal for the Huskies to bring him back within one. Clean faceoff win, and a shot by Gleasman stopped. The rebound jammed at by Cassidy, but he couldn't poke it in. Gets sent around the boards. Drew Barbieri tried to get it down low, and he does. Sent around the boards. Holst is there. He's taken down. And this one past everybody. Drew Barbieri got it along. White will send it ahead. Barbieri tried to keep it in, could not. It's cleared out and skated the other way by Fidel. Vicenzo Fidel taking off the puck. Now Gleasman out of his own end. All the way down, and it's Dallaire who corrals it. Will Dallaire trying to jam away at it. Now Cassidy trying to poke at it. Dallaire down there. Dallaire still with the puck. And a whistle and a hit after the whistle by Gleasman. As that shot came in on Lawrence, it was stopped. 7:48 to go in the third period. A 4-2 Tiger lead. Shots on goal 22-18 in favor of the Huskies. Work down into the Tiger end. This is Kravchuk. And now Tulloch moving it to Kravchuk again. Sent ahead by Victor Cutting. Now Kravchuk moves it. Spiegel with the puck, shooting, and that one directed aside by Crampton. And now it's taken by Roman Kravchuk. Out to the point. Long shot, stopped, the rebound is loose. Pete Moore was right next to it, but I don't think he saw it, and he couldn't get turned around in time. 6:35 to go in the third period as we get an icing against the Tigers. Here's a pass across from Barbieri, and a long shot that got steered aside and taken up to the point. Long shot, stopped, and knocked down. And they're going to say that was played with a high stick. Pete Moore tried to center it for Erickson, but that pass just a little off the mark. Graydon Smith skates it behind the net. To the point. Jackson Barbieri had a lane momentarily, but getting back was Wozny to make the play to block it, and now skating it the other way is Wasilewski, looking for the hat trick, shooting, and a blocker save made by Lawrence. Braden Smith up ahead for Pete Moore. He'll backhand it on goal. That one blockered down by Crampton. And now another shot, another blocker save. Zarin down there pressuring. Long cross-ice pass. Here's a long pass up ahead, and a shot by McLeod goes over everybody to this near side. Lucas Campion lost that board battle, and it's cleared. White sent it up ahead. This is Benjamin Berhalter with the puck now. Under 5 minutes to play in the third period. 4-2 for the Tigers. Huskies trying to claw their way back into it. White moves it around. Still with the puck. And now Zarin is called offsides and gets taken down after the whistle. 4:44 to go in the third period. Cassidy able to win it back. Comes across for Gleesman, goes through his legs, but moved up ahead. Berhalter pressured there in the corner by Will Dallaire. Now Cassidy able to get back on it. Sheldon Cassidy moves it ahead. Will Dallaire back across. Gunnar Gleesman. Huskies could have an opportunity here. Gleesman unable to do anything else with it, but get it to Dallaire. Will Dallaire shoots and scores! On a play that looked dead right after it crossed the blue line with Gunnar Gleesman getting tied up, he found a way to get it to Dallaire, who worked it out in front and buries it to get the Huskies within one. It's 4-3. This one sent cross ice and then played the other way. And that's going to end up out of play. So face-off coming up here, 3:52 to go in the third period. Huskies down by 1. Still plenty of time to tie this game. Almost 4 minutes. Shane Smith works it back. Reed Facette trying to jam away at it. It comes back for Connolly. Liam Connolly, pass picked off at the blue line and sent in. That one goes wide of Lawrence. And now Connolly has it back. Liam Connolly. All the way across, and now Kravchuk back there to get it. Roman Kravchuk up ahead. Jackson Barbieri moves in and shoots, and that one goes over top of everybody and then goes all the way down. And it's going to be Connolly picking it up. Down to almost 3 minutes left in the third period. This one sent off the boards and over for Daniel Martinick. Oh, and a hit at the blue line there. Braden Smith got jostled. That puck deflects into the Husky bench. We'll get a stoppage with 2:41 to go in the third period with the Huskies down 1. Cerrone got it over off the boards. Now Moore able to send it in. That one deflects off the side of the net. It's still kicking around down there, but it's controlled by the Tigers. 2:15 to go in the third period. This one is moved ahead by Martinick. Daniel Martinick is forced off the puck, and now C.J. Erickson. Oh, almost got hit by Springer, but Springer bounced off of him. A human trampoline, C.J. Erickson, able to withstand the hit from Springer. Oh, and a collision there as Drew Barbieri went running into Holst, who stayed on his feet. And now it's out of the zone. Shane Smith will play it. 1:40 to go. Out of his neck goes Lawrence. This is where you'd start thinking about calling him to the bench if you were the Northwood bench. Lawrence standing on the other of his crease. That one deflects into the crowd, or into the seats, rather. Not much of a crowd tonight. And so Northwood will call a timeout, try to figure out how they want to try to tie the game with 1:24 to go. The expectation is that Lawrence will not be in the net once this timeout is over, but there's still time. They could get away with putting him back in for about 10-15 seconds before the Huskies gain possession in the Tiger end, but we'll be right back once play resumes. So here we go. Net is empty for the Huskies. 1:24 to go in the third period. They're down one. Do or die time. That one a quick shot. That one gets stopped. Gleesman able to work it to Dallaire, who shoots and scores! Will Dallaire from downtown. Tie game. So it took 9 seconds after the timeout for the Huskies to tie this game at 4. It was Will Dallaire with a seeing eye shot from the blue line. And now Dallaire has it back, looking for the hat trick now. Will Dallaire tried to center it, and that one deflected and was gloved by Crampton. But the Huskies have this game tied. Still 1:06 to go in regulation, but provided neither team scores in this 1:06 or other wild, or some wild sequence where both teams get a couple, this game's headed to overtime. Barbieri gets taken down. Gleesman trying to bat away at it. Barbieri had a crack at it. Oh, and a kerfuffle along the near side. That is Gavin Krug, who is involved, and he gets separated. 45 seconds to go in the third period. Huskies tie the game at 4 on the goal with the extra attacker, Will Dallaire. Moore will flip it ahead. Holst is back for it. Matthew Holst moves it ahead, tries to center. It gets to Springer, and Lawrence doesn't know where it is, and his defense has it. And Connolly able to clear it out. Oh, and a dangerous sequence there as Springer got right in front of the net with it. Now he has it back. Springer. That pass sails by everybody. And they're going to whistle this one dead, and it's going to be offsides. It looks like, with 10.4 seconds to play in the third. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the procedure for overtime, barring some crazy event happening here in the last 10 seconds, will be 5 minutes of 3-on-3 and then a shootout. Final 5 seconds. Barbieri will send it down the ice. Nobody there. And that is it for regulation. We will head to overtime. Tied at 4. We'll be right back. So here we go. 5 minutes of 3-on-3 for overtime. Dallaire against Holtz. Holtz controls for the Tigers. Drops it off. That's Springer slowly through center. He'll gain the zone. Springer works it along. Springer behind the net, circles, shakes off Cassidy. Springer drops it off. And that one mishandled by Holst, and the Huskies will control. This is Jackson Barbieri out here with Sheldon Cassidy and Will Dallaire to start the overtime. Barbieri skates it through center, gains the zone. Barbieri is almost forced off the puck by Holst. That one comes to the other side. It's kept in and alive by Will Dallaire. Now Sheldon Cassidy with the puck. Cassidy will just regroup. 4 minutes to play in overtime. Cassidy all the way back into his own end, allows his teammates to change up. Now Cassidy will head to the bench. It'll be Gleesman, Connolly, and CJ Erickson. Gunnar Gleesman moves it ahead, works it into the corner. Gleesman tried to get it to Connolly, who lost it. Now an opportunity as skating it back the other way, and now a centering pass and a goal! Shane Smith wins it in overtime, and the Bishop Timon Tigers have won it 5-4. On a night that saw a couple wild sequences, including the Huskies coming back from 4-2 down to tie it with 1:24 left. It'll be the Tigers taking this one 5-4 in overtime to spoil the return for the Huskies. We'll be back with the second game of this 2-game set at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. But for now, I'm Gus Garvey signing off from the Olympic Center. Our final score, 5-4 in overtime for the Bishop Timon Tigers. Signing off. See ya.